Here we are, back on Demtay Island. We are in a new location, somewhere called Sunrise Woodlands. Nearby, where we are, there is a familiar face from episode 1. It is the Monoloposaurus, who we will call Marvin. But he isn't alone. He appears to have made a friendship with a concavinator, who we will call Connor. It appears that Marvin, the Monoloposaurus, has moved from the eastern side all the way to the western side. For some reason, he likes it more here. And I guess we will never find out that reason. Unless one day the reason finally shows. Nearby Marvin and Connor, we see a Brachiosaurus. We will name this Brachiosaurus Flake. There is no specific reason for why we will name him this, but just sounds a little catchy. Here we are, in another location. We call this location the Skull Forest, mostly because many things die here. But here we see little Timothy. He's made it all the way here from his last location in the last episode, and he appears to be surviving on his own somehow. But he will not be able to leave the area because everywhere he looks, he sees her. He sees Martina. So, he will be forced to stay in the Skull Forest until he is old enough to fight back. Nearby, we see 2 new faces. It is an iguanodon and a small regaliceratops. Yes, indeed. This is the regaliceratops that we saw last episode, who witnessed Isaac's father die. And this iguanodon's name is, Isaac. In the regaliceratops, we will call him Albert. The only way that Albert is surviving is because of his friend Isaac. The reason that Timothy has been able to survive for so long is because of this plant. At first glance, it may look normal, but what some herbivores don't know is that it is poisonous. And we are about to see one herbivore fall victim to this plant. She immediately stops eating due to her feeling wonky. She slowly walks away, but then she feels like she can't stand up anymore. Before she even knows it, she is on the floor, slowly dying. What we call this plant is nightbeam, the most deadly plant on the island. Timothy moves in, thinking that she has finally met her end. But as soon as he takes his first bite, she moves more. Timothy is a little shook that she's still alive, but he still digs in anyways. In the corner of Albert's eyes, he sees something. He thinks it's a rock at first, but then he realizes what it is. Albert cannot stop shaking in fear. It is the same Allosaurus who Isaac saved him from. And Isaac didn't even stand a chance against the Allosaurus. So, at this point, all that Albert knows that he can do is run. Isaac has arisen from his sleep, and he realizes, after taking a minute to stare, what he is looking at. It appears that Albert has gotten away from the Allosaurus, but him escaping is the least of his concerns right now. What he really is concerned about is where is Isaac. But he shouldn't be worrying about that anymore, because behind him, he hears a branch snap. Allosaurus gets up, but then he falls over. And this is Isaac's perfect chance to finish him off. Every bone in his skull. Albert and Isaac are both happy that they are alive. And they hope that he will never come back. Or that a situation like this will never happen again. Both Albert are happy to have each other. And scary Both Marvin and Connor are trying to decide whether they will stay the night here or not. Their nest is pretty far away, and well, they don't want to go back to it due to there being a predator nearby that is way stronger than both of them combined. But before they can decide, something appears. It is a Carcharodontosaurus. This is the predator that has been taking over their nest, and they finally want their revenge. But they don't know if they could take him on or not. Meanwhile, in the Skull Forest, we see Timothy. He appears to be heading back to the location that he has been staying at ever since the events of last episode. But when he arrives, he is shocked to see who is waiting for him. It is Martina, and she has been waiting for this moment for weeks now. Martina gets ready to strike, but before she can, she gets knocked off her feet. It appears that another predator has been watching Timothy, and he will not let someone else get to Timothy. The colonel takes a moment to fix himself before charging back. This appears to be a battle that she has easily won. Timothy has ran all the way back to where his father has died, and what he sees next is disturbing to him. It is his father's corpse, uneaten, untouched, the way that he left it. But soon, Timothy realizes that his father is not coming back.